Kia ora whānau, hope we're all doing well out there. The game between Scotland and South Africa has finished, and the South Africans did what they do. They battered, pulverised, tenderised, burnt to a crisp the gallant and brave-hearted Scots, who went down, not in a heap, but they went down relatively, not easily. They were tough, but it wasn't close in the end, and it was really just an absolute masterclass in that second half by the South Africans playing incredible South African rugby. And I think a lot of it was actually the platform was laid in the first half. The intensity, the pressure, the line speed, the pressure around the rucks that the South Africans put onto the Scots. I know they were only 6 points to 3 up at that half, but even the contestables, they're just always at you, and always asking you questions and putting you into uncomfortable positions. And I felt like the Scots went into the end of that second half after the penalty to Finn Russell that he slotted, feeling very happy with themselves that they were able to stand the fight, and right they should. But that was pretty much their game, essentially. They went in happy. The South Africans would have gone in super pissed off, especially giving away a couple of scrum penalties at the end there, which I think they probably would have taken very personally, because my God, that scrum in the second half was just monstrous, absolutely monstrous. So they came out at the end of the beginning of the first half with a point to prove, and my God, did the South Africans prove it. Their size, their presence, their force in the collision, their tenacity and determination at the breakdown got rid of a lot of fears with that try to Peter Steph to tweet at the beginning of the second half, because at 6-3 things were a bit nervy. And I think for all of us neutrals, no offense to anyone from South Africa, but everyone was hoping for that Scotland could really throw a cat amongst the pigeons in Pool B for two reasons. Everybody loves a neutral. Everybody loves an underdog. We really do. The plucky underdog. But also, South Africa is such a massive team and a big presence in this World Cup. To make the exit from Pool B a little bit more difficult would have been great. You have to say it, when you're thinking about the tournament as a whole. And I know who I'd rather playing in a quarterfinal, South Africa or Scotland, a team that just put a record beating on us as an All Black fan, versus a team that has never, ever, ever beaten the All Blacks. I know who I'd rather play. And not to say that the Scottish couldn't get up over the All Blacks, especially if the team was in such great form that they were able to beat the South Africans, but beat them they did not. They failed to make that sort of they failed in the second half to really get their game going. I thought Finn Russell, who really is the talisman for the Scots, just didn't really light the world on fire in any great way. Essentially, I thought a lot of his balls were actually, his tip-ons and things like that. A lot of those little idiosyncrasies of his game that can either put players into space, but a lot of these occasions it wasn't putting players into space. They were getting it almost flat-footed and getting themselves into bad collisions where they were getting turnovers. So I don't think it was Finn Russell's greatest game. A great first half from the Scots, but an incredible second half from the South Africans. And I think the scoreline was pretty reflective of the game, and just so South African. The fact that they just puts a team under so much pressure in the first half, and then just prey on all the mistakes, all of the pressure that they've amounted during that period just comes to pay. The contestable balls in the air were massive. Arnsah and Colby played particularly well, I thought. It was nice. I thought I was about to say Moody, but it's not Moody. I thought Mani Labok's in-game play was very, very good. His kicking for posts will need a little bit of work, and that could be a little bit of a point of stress for the South Africans. But then old Faf de Klerk in his 50th ended up kicking pretty nicely towards the end there. Anyway, I'm off to the airport now. I don't know what kind of content this is. I don't really do this sort of thing ever, but hey, I'm doing it this morning. It is 5:56 here in New Zealand, and the sun will be coming up shortly, I'm sure. I'm off to Queenstown. I'd really love to be going to the airport to fly to France, but Queenstown is an incredibly beautiful spot in the world. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this. Really do appreciate it. If you like this in-car review, please like and subscribe. tell your mum about it. She'd be like, why are you telling me about this? This is not interesting. I'm not even a rugby fan. This guy's not that entertaining. So don't tell your mum about it, but give her a call. Anyway, thank you so much. Haere rā, kia ki tonu. Mwah.